Hi, Leo. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for October 2020. This month's themes cover mainly the areas of home and finance, and those are a couple of areas that you can address really well in a natal and transit reading, as well as covering more stuff. And you'll find a link for that in the YouTube description below. And we're going to talk with you now about Mars retrograde, Venus activity, Mercury activity, and the 3 moons that are happening this month. Hey, Julia, take it away.
All right. Well, hey there, Leo. So Mars is retrograde in your ninth house all month. And this is the house of travel. This is basically also education, all the things that kind of expand your horizons. Now, it's been in this house for a few months, so you should also check out our August and September horoscopes to learn more about how this feels. But basically speaking, when Mars is retrograde, it's a very frustrating time, and you might be very, very stir crazy because maybe you want to go on a trip. Maybe you want to expand your horizons in some way, but just feel like circumstances are cooping you up somehow.
Yeah.
Jamie and I also did a Mars retrograde video about how it affects the world at large, especially triggering the pandemic hot degree. So you should check that out in our 2020 news playlist. Now, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, also goes into your second house on October 2nd. And this is the house of money, this is the house of values, and your beloved possessions. So this is a nice time if you want to spend a little bit of money, if you want to get something to sort of indulge yourself in, especially if it's Venus related, like a piece of artwork or maybe a trip to Sephora. And you know, Venus is also a planet that really likes to kind of bring harmony, and the second house is our values. So you might feel sort of more connected to other people through your shared values, whether they're political, religious, or family values. Now, Mercury goes retrograde on October 13th in your fourth house of home. Now, the fourth house is a very sort of deep, deep house in the zodiac. It's right sort of underneath our feet, so to speak, if we looked at the house system in reference to, you know, our physical circumstances. So when Mercury's in this house, it really means that you're going to be rethinking a lot about your housing situation, the way you relate to your family members. It could also bring up miscommunications with family members. And you also might spend a lot of time very introspectively rethinking what makes you feel secure, how you put down roots, where you feel like you belong.
Such good points. So I'm going back to the beginning of the month because there are 3 moons to talk about. And the first one is a full moon that happens on October 1st, and it covers the 9th and 3rd house axis. Now, the moon can tell us a lot about where you derive comfort this month. This particular full moon falling in Aries near Mars suggests that you might need a little bit of soothing because of all of the, you know, the anger and frustration generated by Mars. Now, the 9th house is a house of resilience because it's a house of your worldview. And you might want to draw on your philosophy of life during this moon to help you find purpose and meaning in your experience of the now, particularly when it comes to things that frustrate you. And those themes of travel that Julia was talking about a few minutes ago. We've been calling this moon "Nurture Yourself Before Others," and that might mean, you know, doing something that can help you feel a little bit more free and expanded. Now, a little bit later in the month, around the 16th, we have a new moon in Libra in your 3rd house, which is a house of communication. It's a house of ideas. And new moons usually are about planting seeds for the future, not stuff that we see right away, but it germinates into something in the future. But I have to warn you that this moon is pretty stressful because it involves a square to the pandemic hot degree. Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter are sitting over here, very close to the region where Saturn and Pluto conjuncted back in January, which has basically made 2020 feel the dark, oppressive way that it does. And we might be feeling like some of that stuff is pretty up for us this month with this moon being involved in that, and also weaving in that retrograde Mars. So the name that we came up with this moon for this moon is Dolores Umbridge Saccharine Evil, because it seems like it's about themes of, you know, sort of a a sweet pretentiousness on top of a nasty, nasty darkness. So there's some things to contemplate. And then we have a moon at the end of the month, which is on the 31st. And when you get two full moons inside of a single month, it's kind of rare, but it does happen. And then you call that a blue moon. So we have a blue moon in Taurus here, falling in your 10th house and with the sun in your 4th house. So this goes back to those themes of home, but also incorporates themes of career. And this moon we call mostly tricks, a few treats. And the reason we call it that is because the moon is conjunct Uranus in Taurus, and Uranus tends to bring the unexpected. So that's been going on in your career zone for a couple of years already anyway because of Uranus being there. And this moon might just bring some stuff up to the surface, and it might make feelings run pretty high about that. Balancing that with some real intimacy in your home life, some real human connection via this Sun and even Juno here in Scorpio in your 4th house could be the answer to that. Well, that's all we have for you today, Leo. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe it with everyone that you know. That really helps us a lot. And we, of course, you probably know, have our website at pandoraastrology.com where you can find the forecast of the month with a lot of news videos on there. Not a lot, but like enough to hold your interest, I would say. And also our horoscopes can be found on our website as well. And you can find the news of the month on our YouTube channel aggregated into playlists by month. And gosh, until next month, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.